tuned in to Dave and Joe Liberty Stand. We are back with a vengeance, and we're at TCB. Woo! Yeah, we have an audience with us again today.
We do.
So, what are we going to talk about?
Well,
Dave?
before we get going, disclaimer. This is Stanley. He's our buddy, our silent partner, and he represents the death of tyranny for all you Stanley haters out there. So shut up.
He doesn't represent death or evil. I don't know what the concern was, but they felt like he represented.
They always think
a negative.
Skulls is like evil or whatever. No,
he's cute.
He's our friend.
He's cute.
And he never says anything.
He could put on a few pounds, but
yeah, he does light up the place.
Yeah. So anyway,
So what are we talking about?
Well, let's see. I can't, of course, remember the name of that. Where did that take place?
Charlottesville.
Charlottesville, right?
North Carolina. Huh?
Virginia, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Wow. Sorry, North Carolina. Didn't mean to throw you in the mix.
But do you have notes on that? Because you
No.
brought that up. You don't.
No, I got some basic notes, but what you were saying it was what? So there was a clash between
Fascists and communists.
So it was a white supremacy.
They were the fascists
and communists. See, I thought there was something about people that objected against.
Well, of course, that's what
the Confederate flag.
Now,
that's what it was.
saying that, there were people on both sides that were just. There were some people there that just didn't want history to be taken down. They weren't.
Yeah, because they were going to remove a monument.
There were some.
Who was it?
And
Robert
there were some
E.
on the other side that just disagreed, and they're all PC'd up, and they don't know any better.
Well, I also heard that some people came into that with weapons,
they
like
came
helmets.
With helmets.
Yeah.
And nightsticks.
Yeah.
Shields. And,
yeah.
That's not for a peaceful demonstration. As soon as they start coming in like that,
that's
when you
the
round
police
them up.
should be. Well, and I heard a discussion on that.
And it's also when if you are there, if you're there not to cause trouble, and you are for one side or the other, leave it up or take it down. You see stuff like it's time to go home.
Yeah,
that's going to turn into something different than what you thought. So you
right,
just go
that's a good point. Yeah. Well, and there was some discussion I was listening to on Janet Partial, and I think I posted the link on our Facebook page. But she was talking about how the police did a horrible job of they could have prevented that. They could have prevented that.
Especially when they came dressed to fight.
They
don't
should
let them near each other.
No, they should go.
No.
Yeah. So there were some issues there, but I guess I don't know. And then the guy, of course, running into the people killing that one woman and injuring others.
Right.
Young man, he was 20 years old. Just it's a lot of unfortunate, decisions there. Of course, I'm sure he was kind of fueled by.
It's never okay to run over people.
No.
No matter what fueled it, it's still wrong, and he knew it was wrong going into it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We should have the highest extent shown on.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And as far as the cops go, that's not their decision. They were obeying that was from higher up. If they weren't,
You mean how it was handled?
Right.
The captain
or
the chief.
I agree that they did mention that. They said the city, they referred to them as city fathers that made the choices that they should have been separating people or, handled that better, that whole situation. But, but going back, I think the point of it was kind of lost because they were people wanting to, or somebody decided, city councils and whatever, decided to take down the statue of history.
Right.
And I think that's, for me, I don't think there's any reason to take down a statue of a soldier just because of the war he fought in. It was Robert E. Lee, I think, right? He was the statue.
Right.
And now that's happening all over the country.
Right.
There's statues now being
Well, this
removed.
has been going on for some time, but now it's really accelerating.
Yeah.
Here's my, you should. I'm for leaving up. You don't deny history. That's how you repeat it. You got to know. You got to be mindful.
Yes. Right.
But as far as the statues go, like if a town put that up or whatever, they should decide if they want to take it down. Now, I'll always be against taking it down, but it doesn't matter. It's up to them. I mean, if they decide, it's time for that to come down, that's fine. That's their
right.
And there's
that's
nothing
their
wrong,
money.
And there's nothing wrong for the
sense,
citizens
too.
that disagree with it to show up and say, do their chants or their signs or whatever. But you don't go with helmets and sticks. And but you can do that. And I'll tell you something. I don't know if you guys remember this or not. This was like in the middle 90s, late 90s. The Ku Klux Klan came down here to downtown Lafayette, around by the courthouse. You guys, anybody remember that?
I don't know. I remember hearing about it. Yes.
Well, when they were coming, they were, there was news that was going to happen. There were some people where I worked, and where I worked, there was like 20-some people that worked there. And I was in the break room one day, and these very liberal couple of people were together, and I was friends with these people. And they were talking about how they were going to go down there and do a counter protest against them. And I'm listening to them, and I'm like, why? Oh, yeah, it's the KKK. Of course we're going down there. I'm like, this is just me. If you want to go down, go down. But this is just my thought. If nobody pays them any attention and nobody goes and they're just talking to themselves, that's not news, is it? I mean,
no, I actually do recall that.
There's no message to give. There's no one there to pay attention to.
Right.
Yeah.
And those other people, they're trying to cause trouble with them. I mean,
it doesn't mean you don't. It doesn't mean that you agree with what's going on. It means that you're just not gonna. You don't put any stock in it to even give it any attention. And I agree with that. I mean, there should be.
I mean, they've got a right to be there and say what they want. Just, I don't, to me, it's like, I don't care. I know what they're about. I don't want to go waste my time, dealing with them.
You're not going to change their mind.
No.
If they're willing to do that in that kind of a public scene, obviously nothing's going to change their mind.
And
whatever you say,
that's
they've
not
already
news.
heard.
Them talking to themselves. Now, the news is when there's another group there and they're going back and forth.
Right.
Hollering at each other and all, just leave them alone. And I bet they won't put us back on their map to come by and, they want people to be upset and calm. So that's just my
Publicity funds them.
right, exactly. But yeah, I'm always for the more history, the better. I say leave that stuff up. But like I said, whatever town paid for that with their tax money,
Right.
it's up to them if it stays or goes. And like I said, everybody has the right to be for it or against it. But,
Yeah. What do you guys? I mean, what are your thoughts about those monuments? And
I kind of agree with him. I think it's part of history. History should be stay there because now the history that they're going to learn is mildly about what he did or accomplished or even the negative things that they say he stood for. It's going to be more focused on the incident where they tore it down, in my mind. I feel like those maybe focus too much on that instead of the real history is now lost. And I'm not a big history buff, so I don't pretend to know everything about what happened, but I mean, yeah, maybe he believed in things or did things that wasn't appropriate.
It was Civil War.
But the thing is, look at the time of where he lived.
Right.
That's the way society was. Not saying it's correct. I'm just saying that's where it was. Now, what I'm thinking of is when we get to be 60 years from now, what are they going to tear down now that we're building because they see as inappropriate thing that we think is perfectly normal in our everyday life.
right.
Which was perfectly normal then.
Right.
But now all of a sudden it's not because some people said, oh, well, that's not okay.
Well, and one of those things.
It's okay to not agree with it.
Right.
But then there's also the other side of some people do. So why are they the one that get to decide?
Right. Well, because one of those things is the American flag.
Well, that's always bothered me. People standing and burning it.
Because it's like, like that Pepperdink guy, whatever, from the NFL player wouldn't stand for the national anthem.
Kaepernick.
Yeah. Pepperdinks.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
If he ever was in any game, or if I watched any football games and I saw any players kneel or not stand up, I would not watch that football game. And I am a huge NFL fan. I will not miss the Colts play. But when I found out one of the teammates there I think it was Cromartie wasn't standing. I decided I won't watch until they do something about it. And finally, not too long after that, he got cut.
Really?
I think they said it was for other reasons. I don't really recall.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wouldn't watch it. I'm not going to support that.
Well, there was a college in California that had international students that protested the flag being on the campus. They took it down in the United States of America. So it just goes to show you the foolishness that we've done something wrong.
We're drowning in
Everybody
foolishness
is
right
too
now.
much for money. It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
about money.
Yeah.
They were afraid to lose that money, and they said, "Fine, we'll do it."
Well, that
Stick
happens.
up for your beliefs.
Yeah.
People call
Yeah.
their bluff. You'll realize they'll stay anyway.
Hey,
Right.
we got to wrap this up, guys. So
Okay.
anyway,
We'll be
see you on
back.
the next show.
Thanks for tuning in.